Now, a leaked memo suggests that the former RAF Scampton would need to be used as an asylum centre for 3 years to achieve value for money for the government. The private company, which wants to redevelop the site as a business, aerospace and heritage centre, fears that could mean potential investors then walking away. Well, the site is to house 2,000 male asylum seekers as part of the government's plan instead of using costly hotels. But the timescales haven't been certain. The Home Office says it will be constantly reviewed. It has confirmed that no one will arrive at the site until the autumn, and then only 50 men will be there to start with. The local council is fighting the plans, as you know, through the courts. Sir Edward Lee is the local MP and represents the people of Scampton. This leaked memo is about value for money. Have you been told how much it's actually going to cost to use Scampton?
We've never been told. What we've argued all along is it's simply not value for money because there are so many buildings they have to restore. But we were assured it was, and from the very first meeting, or the first of dozens of meetings, questions, speeches, I was told by the Home Secretary this would only be a temporary measure. It only lasts for 2 years. We're now told that it's not value for money for 2 years, and we have to have it for 3 or even 5 years. So they were, frankly, they were lying to us, or they were incompetent.
The company behind the heritage plan is worried that businesses will walk away. The boss says the handling of this is government at its worst. Do you agree with him on this one?
Well, yeah, I think it's certainly that the Home Office has behaved appallingly. If they had just come to the county council in March, they could have done a deal, put 400 or 500 migrants somewhere, we would have done our bit. But no, they've insisted on walking to Scampton, putting 2,000 migrants there, but they still haven't done any proper surveys, you know.
Okay.
So they're still not ready to start. We're now told it's a delay till September or October. We're told it's no longer value for money for 2 years. So yes, it is bad government.
Okay,
and
that's quite
that
an
they're going to lose their own money. They're going to lose all this levelling up money.
Well, it is your own government. Simple question: would you rather? Well, it is. Would you rather?
Well, yes, but I stand first and foremost for my constituents.
Absolutely.
And if the government is doing wrong, then I will call them out, as we all will.
Yeah, well, and I accept that. Simple question. Would you rather see the asylum seekers that are planned for Scampton in hotels rather than lose the Heritage Centre, if it was one or the other?
Well, personally, I think that we should deal with this issue at source. We should leave the European Court of Human Rights. We should have a proper deterrent by detaining these people. They won't come. So it's an impossible question to answer, Peter. But what I do know is it's not value for money to delay a £300 million heritage levelling up. Just because you don't want to put them in a few hotels. It's not actually fair on migrants. It's not good for them either.
Final question. Do you think the heritage plan now is up the tubes and gone?
Well, if we go on having these delays, there's a real danger that these private sector entrepreneurs, who after all are businessmen, they are concerned with the bottom line, will simply walk away. And we could have these buildings and this 2-mile-long runway just going on decaying for years.
Sir Edward Lee, good to have you on the programme tonight. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, lively, outspoken views from Sir Edward Lee. As you know, this is a story that there is so much interest in at the moment and has been for the last few months, asylum seekers at Scampton. We've followed it from the start and we will continue to do so.